This is the Louie Tee Network.
Who else could it be but me, your man, Louie T? Welcome to Lockdown Coverage, Week 4 in the National Football League. Your man Louie T here, covering the entire National Football League like a blanket. Buffalo Bills at the New England Patriots, AFC East family business. You know how this goes. If these two teams say they ain't did it, then they ain't did it. But if they did, well, that's family business. And we'll get to that family business here in a second. First and foremost, welcome to the Louie Tee Network. I'm, of course, your host, Louie T. Thank you for joining me. If this is your first time on the channel, welcome. And subscribe to the Louie Tee Network for more great content in 2016 and beyond. Also, I'm on Twitter. @InTheLabRoom is the Twitter handle. Go ahead and give me a follow there. And if you happen to be watching while on Twitter, use the hashtag #LouieTLive to let your voice be heard. I will read your comment at the end of this breakdown. Also, I'm on Facebook. In the Lab Room is the Facebook page. Go ahead, give me that thumbs up on Facebook as well. Like the page. If you're watching on the YouTube live chat discussion, go ahead, leave the comments via the hashtag #LouieTLive to have those read at the end as well. So, let's jump into this breakdown. Bills at the New England Patriots. And everyone was starting to chatter. Everybody was starting to talk. Could the Patriots be undefeated? If they go 4-0 without Brady, Brady comes back. He's pissed. He's looking to play at the top of his game. Had Patriots fans starting to line them up. Hey, we could only lose to this team, and that team. Let's go ahead, put that to rest now. Bills took care of business in this game. And I think this game went much like we were expecting the game to go on Thursday night versus the Texans. We thought the Texans were going to come out, play sound defense, force the quarterback to beat them instead of letting LeGarrette Blount control the game from the ground and let the defense dominate. The Bills handled this game the way we thought the Texans would a week ago when Jacoby Brissett made his first career start. So this game kind of was a little bit of a curveball, but it was what we were expecting the first time he started, not his second start. Let's jump into this breakdown. Start with the Bills and their likes, them being the road team. I start with the road team first and their likes in the first half, so we will start with the Bills in this game. 12 play, 65-yard, 7-minute opening drive after the defense forced a 3-and-out. Patriots with a huge penalty negating a 90-yard catch and run by Julian Edelman on one of the first plays of the game. And after that, the defense for the Bills stepped up, got a 3-and-out, and then turned that football over to the offense, who then put together a beautifully constructed and orchestrated 12-play, 65-yard drive, consuming 7 minutes of the opening frame. And that was the story of the day. This Bills offense really eating up time of possession, controlling and possessing the football, keeping it away from the New England Patriots offense. Thought the Bills did that great on this day, and I thought that was a great start to the day. The only touchdown scored by either team in the ball game, the opening possession of the game for the Buffalo Bills. And that takes me right into my next like for the Bills in the first half of this game. Great start to the game. First 3 possessions, they come right out. They get on the board, 13-0 start to this game for the Bills, really jumping on the Patriots. And that extended throughout the first 2 quarters, those first 3 possessions. Really taking it to the Patriots in this game, did the Bills. And that's what you needed to do to Jacoby Brissett. Don't let him play with the lead. Don't let him be able to massage a lead. Make him have to come from behind. Make him feel the pressure of being down and needing to make a play. He never had to do that against the Texans. He was able to play with the lead, and they were able to kind of just manage the game with him in there, not ask him to make any throws. He didn't make any mistakes because he didn't have to make any plays. They put the pressure on him early by jumping out to that 13-0 lead, did the Buffalo Bills. And the last scoring drive that they had in the first half. They started inside their own 10-yard line and moved it methodically all the way down the field and got into field goal range. And Dan Carpenter able to make it count with a field goal to make it 13-0. Like I said, Bills did some really good things offensively. And I thought that start put pressure on Jacoby Brissett to feel like he needed to make some things happen. And that's when you get turnovers from young quarterbacks. Forcing a fumble in the red zone is my final like in the first half of the Bills. Jacoby Brissett, and I just talked about him looking to make plays, feeling like he's got to do something. He's in the red zone. This Patriots team had a penalty that pushed them back a little bit. Jacoby Brissett takes off and runs, picks up a nice gain on the play, but before he could put the football away totally, gets hit on the play by a couple of Bill defenders. Zach Brown, I think, laid the final hit that jarred the football loose. Bills pounce on it and took away a scoring opportunity from the Patriots. Huge play early on in that game, especially with the Bills already up 13-0. That would have been a great opportunity to get some points. Not able to do so there, and that hurt the New England Patriots in this ball game big time. Let's go to the first half likes for the Patriots. There aren't any. This defense struggled to get off the field. The offense struggled to produce points or lengthy possessions. Didn't come away with any points in the first half. Didn't come away with any points in the second half. There are no likes in the first half of the Patriots. I didn't think they did anything of substance in that first half. There was one bright spot in the first half and in the second half for that matter. We'll get to it in the second half, but no likes for me, which is rare for the Patriots. They do so many things well, but I thought they performed very poorly on this afternoon, and it showed on the scoreboard as this game was a shutout in favor of the Bills. Let's get to the first half dislikes. I don't have any for the Buffalo Bills. I thought they did everything that they set out to do in the first half of this game. They controlled the clock and the pace offensively. Defensively, they shut down the running game, forced Jacoby Brissett to be a playmaker, which he's not ready to do. Even though I thought he made a couple of good throws, actually used his legs once or twice well, but they forced a fumble when they needed to, buckled down when they had to on third downs, forced the Patriots to punt the football. Thought they did everything they needed to do defensively and offensively to control the pace and tempo of this game in the first half. Meanwhile, you go to the Patriots' first half dislikes. Rough start to this game, and again, not used to seeing the Patriots struggle the way that they did in this game. You get a hesitation on the opening kickoff. Cyrus Jones doesn't know if he wants to come out or if he wants to take a knee. He comes out, and the up man tells him, hey, stay in, stay in. Well, he's already a yard out of the end zone. He looks to take a knee, and he realizes, I'm already out of the end zone. I got to run, and he gets tackled inside the 10-yard line. Poor mistake there. Also, on the next kickoff, after the Bills scored a touchdown, he comes out, doesn't make it back to the 20. So it was another poor decision by Cyrus Jones to come out. On the third kickoff by the Bills after they kicked the field goal, he takes a knee and gets a Bronx cheer from the home crowd at Foxborough. So it was a rough day for Cyrus Jones as a return guy. Also, Chris Hogan, I talked about this briefly, but had a bad pass interference and a holding penalty. He was guilty of both of those penalties that brought back a 90-yard catch and run from Julian Edelman down to the 1-yard line. So that was a huge, huge miscue there by Chris Hogan to hurt the New England Patriots on the one play that could have jump-started this offense in the first half. 3rd and 1 holding penalty on Andrews. That can't happen. Patriots struggled to convert on third downs. A lot of the reasons why they struggled to move the football and sustain drives was because of penalties on this day. None more bigger than probably this 3rd and 1, even though you could argue that the Hogan pass interference and the holding penalty brought back the 90-yarder was probably bigger than this one. After you get past that penalty, this Andrews 3rd and 1 holding penalty was huge because it negated a first down, and it puts you in a situation now where you're 3rd and 11 and they weren't able to convert. Jacoby Brissett's fumble in the red zone, another huge miscue by this Patriots team. You're in the red zone. You're in scoring position. It's first down. You take off and you run after a penalty, and boom, you get the fumble. And I don't think the Patriots ever really recovered from that fumble right there. That was hurtful. And even though they got back down there and had a missed field goal in the second half, this was probably the best opportunity to actually score a touchdown, and they blew it. Jacoby Brissett with the fumble on that play. So it was a rough first half, rough start to the game for the Patriots. Never really thought they recovered from how poorly they played in the first half of this game. Let's get to the likes for the second half. We go back to Buffalo. Jerry Hughes is on my likes list. Thought he had a tremendous game and has had a tremendous start to the season. Seems like every game he's making a sack. Had another one in this ball game and plenty more pressures to go along with that sack. I thought Jerry Hughes was impactful and really a nuisance to Jacoby Brissett in the Patriots offense all afternoon long. The Bills defense is on my likes list in the second half. Pitching a shutout. First team to do so in Foxborough. This Patriots team is dominant at home. And no Brady means they're supposed to go down and go down hard. And a lot of teams let them off the hook. The Cardinals let them off the hook. The Dolphins let them off the hook. The Texans let them off the hook, especially with Jacoby Brissett in the game. It's one thing when Garoppolo's in there and you feel confident he's going to be able to run the offense. You got a rookie in there that doesn't know anything, that shouldn't be allowed to go in and dominate a team like the Texans were dominated a week ago on Thursday night. The Bills came in with the right mindset. We're going to stop the run and force this rookie quarterback to beat us. He wasn't up to the task. And so give some credit to this Bills defense. They were all over those receivers. They were all over Jacoby Brissett. They were all over the run game with LeGarrette Blount. They forced the issue defensively all game long, drew a lot of holding penalties, and forced a lot of false starts and a lot of different penalties from the guys up front with the Patriots. And a lot of that credit needs to be attributed to this Bills defense for forcing the issue, pushing the envelope all afternoon long, and getting the shutout, not allowing the Patriots to get on the scoreboard. Tyrod Taylor is on my likes list. And this is the Tyrod Taylor that I have come to know and love. This is the guy that I saw more times often than not last season. The guy that was solid from the pocket. The guy that was a playmaker inside and outside the pocket, making guys miss, escaping the pocket, throwing on the run, making the right decision, checking the football down in a good timing within the rhythm of the play, a guy that got the football out of his hands, the guy that was a creator for this Bills offense. Not a lot of weapons out there. You don't have to have them when you have a playmaker at the quarterback position, which I felt like they had been lacking because the weapons haven't been there all season long, especially in that 0-2 start to the season. Tyrod Taylor showed the playmaking ability against the Jets on a Thursday night when they scored 31. They just gave up 37 in that game. I needed to see more of that. This is the Tyrod Taylor that I want to see. The guy that can extend the play, get outside the pocket, hit Clay on a number of plays outside the pocket, hit Woods on a number of plays outside the pocket, checked it down to Shady McCoy in the timing and rhythm of the play quickly so he could catch it and get up the field and get as many yards as possible. His day, to me, epitomizes what he needs to be moving forward. And this is the guy that I signed up for when I said the Bills were going to compete to try to make the postseason this year. This is the player at the quarterback position that signed that extension that needs to play week in and week out for this Bills team to be successful. Love the way he played in this game. Love the way he managed the game. This is the Tyrod Taylor that we need to see moving forward. Shady and the Bills offense. Since they made the change at offensive coordinator, Shady McCoy has gotten the football much more out in space where he is able to operate. They're running the football more effectively. I think that's been the biggest change that I've seen since they've gotten rid of Greg Roman, is the fact that probably your most dangerous weapon offensively is finally getting the football as many times as he needs to in this offense. Shady McCoy and this Bills offense, give them some credit. Thought guys stepped up. Charles Clay stepped up. Wood stepped up. A couple of guys that are some unsung heroes stepped up in this game, made some plays. So I thought the offense did some good things, but Shady McCoy continues to be the star and he needs to be, as he is the best player they have on that side of the football. Thought he had another good showing for the second consecutive week. Patriots second half likes. Martellus Bennett. That's it. That's as much as you're going to get out of me. Can't tell you that I like much from a team that gets shut out in a ball game. There's not a lot of things to kind of latch onto, but Martellus Bennett was a beast in this game. About 5 or 6 grabs, over 100 yards receiving. If not for him, they don't get down the field a couple of times in this ball game. And I'm surprised because Gronk has played 2 weeks straight and made his first catch in this game and only had 1 catch. Yet Martellus Bennett continues to eat with this Patriots offense. Don't be surprised if now with Brady coming back that those 2 tight end sets become lethal. And Bennett showing you what he's capable of. He's only going to get better with number 12 back under center starting next week. Dislikes in the second half of this ball game. We go back to the Bills. Missed opportunity by Tyrod Taylor to get the football to Powell in the end zone. He had a step on a defender. The safety was late coming over. If Tyrod Taylor is a little bit more accurate, that is a touchdown over the top for about 25 yards, 30 yards or so in the end zone. But instead, he overshot him. A diving Powell was not able to reel it in, and so they had to settle for a field goal. And I thought Powell had an actual good game as well. So like I said, a lot of unsung heroes in this game for the Bills offensively, but Tyrod missed an opportunity to put another touchdown on the scoreboard. Missed field goal by Dan Carpenter from 47 yards out. And normally in games like this against the Patriots, those hurt. Got to make your field goals, but on a day where the Patriots don't get on the scoreboard, you're willing to overlook that miss. But again, that gave up some great field position. That's a 47-yard field goal. That's not a 32-yard field goal. It's not a 17-yard field goal. 47 yards, that means that comes with great field position. If you miss, he missed. That gave up some great field position, but luckily enough, again, the Bills defense, extraordinary on this day, didn't give up any points. You go to the Patriots and their second half dislikes. Plenty of them to go around. Brandon Bolden drops a touchdown pass. Look, you got a rookie quarterback that's struggling in this ball game. How about you help him out by catching the football in the end zone for a touchdown? Got to have that one if you're Brandon Bolden. Bolden doesn't get a lot of opportunities to make plays in this Patriots offense. So when you do finally get an opportunity, you got to take advantage to drop that touchdown. It was that type of day for the New England Patriots. Stephen Gostkowski misses a field goal from 48 yards out. He's starting to become a guy that's less and less reliable. At one point, he never missed. He was automatic. Now, I'm thinking you're getting a miss or so out of him every week or so, every other week. You're getting a miss out of Stephen Gostkowski. He misses again in this game. Chop block penalty after Bills missed field goal. So I just talked about the Bills missing a 47-yard field goal with Dan Carpenter. You get a chop block penalty, 2 guys blocking while one is engaged, the other tries to cut him, boom. You get a chop block penalty. Now, instead of having 1st and 10, you got 1st and 25. That great field position that I just referenced, out the window, and now you're asking your rookie quarterback to convert 1st and 25. Good luck with that. They ended up having to punt. Missed wide open Amendola on 3rd and 19. That 1st and 25 I just talked about that wasn't converted. Here's why. You wide open Danny Amendola on 3rd and 19, and Jacoby Brissett misses. And this is what I'm talking about. Force a young quarterback to beat you by making plays from the pocket. Don't allow them to stay in 3rd and manageable. Don't allow him to play with the lead. Don't allow him to lean on the running game. Force Jacoby Brissett to make throws and be a playmaker at the quarterback position. Don't think he can beat you that way. Bills proved that he is not up to that task just yet. And so that's what I thought the Texans was going to do last week, and the Texans weren't able to do that. Personal foul penalty on Vincent Valentine leads to a field goal. Bills were going to have to punt the football. Instead, they get a 1st down in new life after a personal foul penalty on Vincent Valentine that extends a Bills drive, and it leads to another field goal to extend the lead out to 16-0, making it a 2-score game in terms of 2 touchdowns, 2 two-point conversions. So that was a huge play by Vincent Valentine in terms of picking up that poor personal foul penalty. And I'm not sure if I saw him the rest of the game after that penalty. Patriots penalties in general were horrible. Too many, too often, throughout this game with a rookie quarterback. When you're struggling, you can't have that many mistakes. They were plagued by the flags in this game. It started early. I talked about the pass interference, offensive pass interference, and the holding penalty on Chris Hogan. That was literally the second play of the game. They had too many mistakes in this game via penalties. It hurt them in the outcome. And Chris Hogan, after having that early blunder and mistake, offers up the final dagger by dropping a touchdown pass in the end zone. Had to climb the ladder and go up and get it. Was it the easiest catch in the world? No. But again, hits him right in both of his hands. You expect him to come down with that. He didn't. They didn't help Jacoby Brissett for as many opportunities as they had in this game, and you don't want to put the onus on your young quarterback. Thought he made some plays, gave them opportunities, and guys simply failed to help him out in this ball game. Bolden with a drop touchdown, Hogan with a drop touchdown, Steven Gostkowski with a missed field goal. Too many mistakes in addition to Brissett making a mistake of his own by fumbling. Can't win in this league with the amount of mistakes made by the Patriots on this day as they lose 16-0. You're not accustomed to seeing this take place to the Patriots in Foxborough, no matter who the quarterback is. We found that out in week 1 and 2, and then we found it out even more so in week 3 with Jacoby Brissett. You generally don't see them struggle like this, no matter where the game is played, especially when it's in Foxborough. They get shut out 16-0. Bills win their second consecutive game. After starting 0-2, they've righted the ship in Buffalo. Let's see if they can keep the momentum going after this huge win at New England. Patriots are just happy to be done with the Brady suspension. They don't have to worry about who's healthy, who's not at the quarterback position. You get the guy back that is a first ballot, surefire Hall of Famer in Tom Brady, and you ask him to come in and pick up where this team left off a season ago. You asked them to pick up where they left off before the injury to Garoppolo. You asked them to pick up where they left off from Thursday Night Football a week ago when they were 3-0 and riding high, and you hope that Brady hits the ground running and this offense takes off and they start being the machine that we've come to know in New England. This is a tough loss, but you just take some solace in knowing that Brady's back now and you don't have to worry about any more questions at the quarterback position. So, big win for the Bills. The question is, and I got a banana in the tailpipe for each team in this game. The banana in the tailpipe for the Bills. Can I get this type of performance from you moving forward, offense and defense? Can I get this kind of Tyrod Taylor moving forward? I'm not certain of that. I'm not sure. Can I get this kind of defensive effort? I'm not sure. I'm not certain about that. That's my banana in the tailpipe. I'm not falling for this is the new Tyrod Taylor. I'm back to seeing what I saw last year, and this Bills defense is fixed all of a sudden. I'm not buying it. Got to see more of this. And as far as the Patriots are concerned, I'm not buying this just because it's no Tom Brady. We're getting Tom Brady moving forward. They're not going to get shut out at Foxborough again, especially with Tom Brady at the helm. I'm not worried too much about this moving forward. So that's going to be it. Good morning, Tyree Mosby. Patriots shut out at home for their first loss of the season. 16-0. Bills get their second consecutive win. Get back to 500 on the season at 2-2 with an impressive 16-0 win at Foxborough. That's going to do it for Bills and Patriots on lockdown coverage. If it happens in the National Football League, whether big or small, we cover it all here in the lab room. Come back and join me as I continue to break down anything and everything in the National Football League. Remember, we're changing the game one live feed at a time. I will see you next time. As a matter of fact, I'll be right back with Titans at Texans. I'll see you in a bit.